Hi everyone, Dr. Harrison with Incredible Health again. Today I wanted to talk about thyroid, specifically hypothyroidism. I know a lot of people struggle with hypothyroidism, so I wanted to touch on it quickly. Um, Traditional medicine and functional medicine manage hypothyroidism differently. Your brain produces a hormone called TSH, which is the first blood test a physician's going to order in order to evaluate your thyroid. The TSH goes to the thyroid and kicks it into gear to make thyroid hormone. Now, if your TSH level is high, basically your brain is screaming at your thyroid to try and get it to do something. Kind of like screaming at your teenager to try and get your teenager to get out of bed and do something. Sometimes you got to yell a little bit. So that's what happens when the TSH is high. The brain is yelling at the thyroid, trying to kick it into gear, which means you are hypothyroid. I know that can be confusing because the TSH is high, but it's diagnostic of being hypothyroid. So in traditional medicine, we just write for a prescription of Synthroid and then we're done. Traditional medicine and functional medicine manage differently. Traditional medicine wants the TSH in a level that is just good enough for people. Functional medicine, we want the TSH in a level that provides people optimal health. So a little bit lower on the TSH. But then we look at why is somebody having problems with their thyroid and is there something correctable there? So your thyroid makes T4, that's thyroid hormone, and in order to do that you have to have 4 atoms of iodine in each molecule of thyroid hormone. So sometimes people are deficient in iodine, and that's happening more and more now. The majority of Americans get their salt from processed breads. The bread industry has taken the iodine out of the salt used in bread manufacturing, and they've replaced it with bromine. Bromine competes with iodine in the thyroid and gives people the symptoms of being hypothyroid. Bromine is cheaper, so that's why the bread industry has done that. Traditional medicine, we've also tried to steer people into a low salt diet, so people aren't using as much table salt. We've gotten away from the Morton's iodized salt. And we're starting to use more sea salt, which does not have iodine in it. So for a number of reasons, people are becoming more iodine deficient. The U.S. government sets the RDA, the recommended daily allowance, dietary allowance for iodine to prevent goiter. And we certainly don't have as much goiter in the United States anymore, but we have lots of hypothyroidism. And so we want an iodine level that provides people with good health instead of just no goiter. So sometimes people are iodine deficient, so we need to do testing and figure out if they need their iodine replaced. In order to make T4, you need zinc, copper, vitamin A, B2, B3, B6, and C. Traditional medicine, we've told people that they don't need a multivitamin, that you can get everything from your diet, but Americans have terrible diets, so people are not getting the vitamins that they need in order for their body to function correctly. So if your thyroid doesn't have the basic building blocks, it can't make thyroid hormone. So instead of writing for Synthroid, sometimes we just need to give people the vitamins and iodine and protein so that they can make the hormone. Now, T4 is a storage hormone. It doesn't have much activity to it. T4 is the same as Synthroid. It's a bioidentical hormone. Synthroid is a bioidentical hormone. It's the same hormone that your body produces. But in order to make it active, your body has to convert T4 to T3. Some people can't do that. Most people can, but some people just can't. And so if you write a prescription for Synthroid, but the body can't convert it to T3, then they're still going to have symptoms of being hypothyroid. So in order to make that conversion, you need iodine, iron, selenium, zinc, A, B2, B6, and B12. Again, we're back to, maybe you're iron deficient, maybe you need vitamins, but T3 is the active hormone. Now, when the body makes that conversion, some people convert to reverse T3. Reverse T3 is the same molecule as T3, except it's the mirror image. It's kind of like your left hand and your right hand. They're both hands, but your left hand cannot fit into a right glove correctly. So the reverse T3 will sit on that thyroid receptor, but it doesn't activate it. It just blocks it. So you have adequate T3 floating around in your system, but it can't engage with that receptor and get to work. So sometimes we need to test people's reverse T3 and then figure out how to decrease that. So as you can see, thyroid can be a lot more complicated than just writing a prescription for Synthroid. And truthfully, I've only simplified it. There's a lot more to it than what I've gone over. So in my clinic, we write for thyroid replacement, and there's several different ways of doing that. It's not just Synthroid. Sometimes we do iodine testing, and then we replace iodine if needed. A lot of my hypothyroid patients, I want them on Thyrosol, which is a product from Metagenics. And this product has all of the building blocks that thyroid needs. It's got A, D, E, B2, B3, B6, iodine. So a lot of times I like people to be on Thyrosol. So if you're on Synthroid and you still don't feel like it's doing the job, you might want to try Thyrosol and see if it makes a difference. We have this available in my clinic, and you can also get it on our website at incredible-health.com, and then go to the Resources Center and go to the Metagenics online store, and then you can get the Thyrosol and it'll ship straight to your house. But this is a great product that I use a lot. And sometimes we need to look at people's lifestyle. What is their diet like? What is their stress level like? So there's a lot that we do with thyroid. If you would like to come into the clinic and be evaluated for it, we can do that too. So I hope this was helpful. Our clinic the phone number is 480-418-3678. Thanks.